Good morning. Well, this is Sybil from Sybil's Practical Living and Prepping. I'm going to make regular tamales today. Uh, what we're going to be doing is, well, let me tell you what I did last night. I took my Boston butt roast, put it in a pot with water in it, put me 12 New Mexico chilies, dried ones, in the pot with it. I'm going to be tearing the meat up, getting my masa ready, which it's already mixed. I just have to add the hot pepper juice to it. So I shall be back and show y'all what's going on. Thank you. Alright, this is what I've done so far. I've shredded up the pork roast pretty fine. I took and strained the juice from the pork roast and the peppers into a bowl. I took the peppers, poured a little of the juice in there, and these are your 12 New Mexico chilies. And I ground those up. These will be going into, some of them will be going into the masa. Alright, now, the next thing I need to do is get my chili patines and get those ground up. So, we shall come back. Chili patines. These are wild peppers that grow here in South Texas. They're also known as turkey peppers. With these turkey peppers, the turkeys get so hot, their meat does, from eating these, that you can't eat the turkeys. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of this juice in with there. And where did my mortar go? Well, here it is. Okay. This is a Mexican mortar and pestle. They sell these down there at the Mexican food store, so I got one because I'm always needing it to grind like chili peppers up. And these seeds I'll leave in there because we do need them for the heat. And this, you put a little bit in at a time in your meat or your masa, whichever one you want. I generally put mine in a little bit in my masa and a little bit in my meat. So, get these ground up. The kids have always called this my piggy bowl. Okay. Take this spoon here. And taste it. A little bit hot. Not too bad. So, put this in here. And then mix it around. One thing about these chili peppers, these chili patines, is they can burn your mouth up 1 minute, a couple of minutes later, all you can taste is the pepper, no heat. So this is what's really good about these. That's why I like to use them in my tamales. Now, want to season my meat up a little bit, besides the peppers. Let me get my seasonings and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. A little bit of garlic. Oh, about a tablespoon. I never measure anything. I guess at it. Oh, about a tablespoon. I have to get some more of this too. Is that? Oh, a teaspoon of salt. And then we mix her up. And since the Boston butt is already cooked, which I did that last night, it's safe to taste it. See about the pepper ratio and the rest of the seasonings. Alright, here we go. Just perfect. Just perfect. Alright. Now that we've got the meat mixed up, we're going to work on the masa. Oh, I wish I had a kitchen big enough to kick a cat clear across the 50-yard line. Alright, well, we know how hot cold the peppers are. So this is what we're going to do. Now we don't need to add all the peppers. Now you want to grind these up and that gets all the goodie out. A lot of people want to strain the seeds out. I don't. The seeds add flavor. Okay, here we go. And you want to put your ground peppers in here first to see what the how moist it's going to make it. And since it's not quite moist enough, I will add some of the juice from the roast. Okay. Oh yeah, doing very well. Now I found another way to heat up my corn shucks to make them soft and pliable. Didn't think of it until this morning. I take my boiled water bath canner, fill it full, about half full of water. I put my corn shucks in it. Well, make sure that the water is boiling. Put the corn shucks in it. Then I take the jar holder, that's the rack that's in those, put it on top of the corn shucks, and then put a couple of plates on top of that, hold them under the water. Works a lot easier, a lot better. Okay. Now with this masa, with the peppers and all that in there. I can make turkey tamales, I can make chicken tamales, beef tamales, pork tamales, just a savory tamale. You can't use these for your sweet tamales. That has to be basically the same as the spinach cheese masa. Okay, we're going to let this sit for a few minutes and get to room temperature because it's still a little too cold. And we will be back. Okay, well, we've got the masa ready. The meat is all shredded up. And the the tortilla, oh, I'm doing good. The corn shucks are all nice and soft. So, here we go. I'll make a few of these, and then when we'll stop the video, and I will do a lot more, and then we'll come back. Okay. Now it depends on how much meat y'all like in your tamales, as to how much you put in there. Some people like a lot, some people barely like any. We're kind of medium. So we'll roll it up, tuck the tail under, put it in our pan. And the same goes again. Now don't forget, I had showed y'all where this side of the tamale corn shuck is ribbed. This one is more smooth. So this is the side that we use. Okay, here we go. Now I added a little bit more salt to my masa because it wasn't quite salty enough. Now with these tamales, I made a video when I very first started videoing on YouTube. I made a video on making tamales, and it gave a fairly good representation, but so many people have asked for another video on the various kinds, so that's what I'm doing. Now tomorrow I don't think I'm going to be doing a video. I have some things that I have to get done, and this is almost an all-day project here. I guess the amount of meat that I'm putting in here is about 3 tablespoons. So, however much y'all want, that's up to you. I think I'm going to make 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to cut off the camera and get a bunch of them done. And then we can take and come back when I have enough to do my pot, my steamer pot. And with these, you cook them for about an hour in the steamer. And that way your masa will be done. Because that's really the only thing that's left to cook. Because everything else inside it is cooked. My camera girl keeps eating my pork roast. I hope y'all are enjoying these videos. I'm not very good at doing them, but I try. That's all I can say is I try. I'm not too tech savvy. Now, if you will go to my first video I did on tamales, it shows you how I can them in jars. I've had tamales canned for 4 years and open them up and eat them, and they are just like I got through making them. So, they are really good. And, well, you can get about, per quart jar, you can get about 7 to 9. I mean, you can't get a full dozen in there by any means, but go check it out. And I think it'll give you all the information you need on how long to cook them and all this. So, okay, we'll be back as soon as I get enough to fill my pot up. So, alright, we've got all those rolled up, and we're going to put them in the steamer pot. Like yesterday, we've got the water in the bottom, we have the rack that the tamales go on, and we're going to take and steam them for about an hour, hour and a half. Well, check them about an hour to make sure they're not done already. Depends on what the humidity is and all that, so. Okay. Now some of these I had to time, but not many this time. Do these a little different. And on these, I'm not putting the shucks on top of them. I want to make sure that the masa thickens up like it's supposed to. Oops. Okay, y'all see how it goes now. And we will be back when it's time to take them off. Okay, we've got our tamales are done. Getting them out. They need to cool for a little bit. So, we thank you for being with us. And we'll catch you on the next video.